Okay, we're here with the Galaxy Note 10.1. It is the new flagship product for Samsung. It is very similar to the Galaxy Note, but with a 10.1 inch screen. This is slightly different from the Note. Apparently the size is bigger, but we have a 1.4 gigahertz processor. Actually, that's the same. The big difference is ice cream sandwich. So Android 4.0 versus Android 2.3 on the original Note. We have two cameras. We have a front-facing 2 megapixel camera, a rear-facing 8 megapixel camera with LED flash. This is also a GSM model. So we have our SIM card slot, we have a 3.5 millimeter jack, that's standard, and we have a micro SD slot. This should come out in 3 increments of 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes, but it also has the micro SD slot that will take up to 64 gigabyte memory cards. The thing that stands out about the Note lineup and the Note 10.1 is the S Pen. And so the S Pen has 256 levels of pressure that it can recognize on the proprietary Samsung screen, and it also has a button, unlike any stylus that you've seen on a device before. So when I press the button on the stylus and move from right to left, I can use this gesture. That takes me back. If I press the button and hold it on the screen like so, it gives me a screenshot. From the screenshot, I can do any kind of editing I want. So I can make some circles. I can even do a lasso, copy and paste. So there's a copy from my screenshot. The Note stands out because of the 256 levels of pressure that I mentioned before, and it works with 3 excellent applications that are exclusive to the Note 10.1. Those applications are S-Note, PS Touch, which is Photoshop Touch, and Adobe Ideas, which we have in the booth where we have professional artists sketching caricatures of our customers. Let's show S-Note. Very similar to the S-Memo software on the Note. However, there are some differences. The first difference is you're presented with templates, and the templates give you lots of capabilities. This magazine template lets you import video, photos, media. We have a greeting card, we have a sample flowchart, we have a meeting planner. I'm going to try to bring up a blank one here. That's not blank, but we'll just erase this. And it's easy to do. So I bring up my tools menu, I choose the eraser twice, I hit clear off, everything's gone. I talked about the 256 levels of pressure. I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to choose maybe a pencil tool because this works just like a pencil. When I brush lightly on the screen, like a pencil, I get a light line. When I press hard on the screen, when I apply pressure, I get a rough line. Perfect for shading, perfect for anyone who is a professional artist, which I am not. But we gave it a go. So, a few new other features with the S-Note software. There's an equation editor. Great for students, great for someone who needs to write a document with an equation in it. If I do, let's say, f of x equals 3x squared, I can even write over what I've got. It's going to recognize that and give me the formula. It also does simple math. So if I clear that and I just do maybe a 3 plus 8, let's clear that. I did, well, okay, we got that. Calculate it, and 3 plus 8 is, of course, 11. It took me 3 years to learn that. We've got a shape editor here. Not a shape editor, but a shape enhancer. This allows me to draw the perfect shape. So I'm not the best circle drawer. No one can draw the perfect circle, but with the Galaxy Note, you can. It corrects the shapes as I draw them. I get those hard right angles that I wouldn't normally get. Perfect for a geometry student, someone who wants to make a flow chart, anyone who deals with shape. Okay, let's go into the other exclusive software, and that's actually, there's two, the Adobe softwares that are made exclusively for, these versions are exclusively for the S Pen. We've got Photoshop Touch, similar to Photoshop that you see on your computer. You can do photo manipulation. All the tools are there. And let's just start a project. Let's just do a quick crop. This is my tool menu. These should look very familiar to anyone who's familiar with Photoshop. There's my lasso tool. With the S Pen, I can do things a lot more accurately than I can do on my mouse. So what I'm going to do is quickly cut out this bulb. There's my bulb. Choose this for copy. Let's paste it on the unblown bulb. There's my paste, and I can resize, I can rotate, I can get it to where I almost have a realistic copy and paste. If I was an expert and I took my time, that would look like a blown flower. Let's talk about the other software that comes with it, Adobe Ideas. Again, perfectly utilizing the 256 levels of pressure with the S Pen. Real artists are going to appreciate this. Okay, so we've got our pen. Again, this really enhances. So let's set my opacity. I think I've been playing with this to 100. Let's do my pen size a little smaller, and voila. So I've got my lines, light lines, thick lines, and it uses the other side of the S Pen, so if I make a mistake, I can turn that around and erase. Select another color. And like any good Adobe software, I can promote things to layers. I can make things invisible, work on them later. Perfect sketch software. That's the Galaxy Note 10.1.
How does it differ from the Note and the Galaxy Tabs?
Absolutely. So it differs from the Note with the exclusive software, the S Note, the Photoshop Touch, and the Adobe Ideas. This does have a different screen, but the processor and everything is the same with the Note. This has Ice Cream Sandwich and Android 4.0. The Note has Gingerbread as it stands today. On the tablets, the screen is different, the processor is better, 1.4 gigahertz versus the 1 gigahertz dual-core processor, and the screen is exclusive.
When's this due to arrive?
We haven't set a launch date nor a price.
Okay, thank you.